Well, very good afternoon to you, and welcome to Safari TV. My name is Jared. I'll be presenting the afternoon's drive, and we have Kath on camera.
Hello everyone.
And Herman in final control, and we're going to head out this afternoon and see what we can find for the day. It's turned out to be a fantastic clear blue skied day. It's nice and warm and nice and cool here in the shade. And nice start. We've got some impala, some wildebeest, and just to the left of them we've got some giraffe. So a very nice start to the afternoon drive, and let's see if we can see what else or what other critters we can find for the day. So join myself and the rest of the Safari TV team, and let's go live here in the African bush. Everyone's having a fantastic day as we've had here. Djuma Game Reserve. It certainly is. That's what we got, this bull in shot here. It's wildebeest bull defecating in the road. Alrighty. I bet, although it's been a beautifully warm day today and clear skies, just like last night with clear skies, all that warmth and that radiating heat dissipates and you're left with cold temperatures. So when that sun goes down, you can bet your bottom dollar that this temperature is going to drop quite nicely. And we're going to be doing a bit of a combination drive this afternoon going into the evening. So myself and Kath will stay out till about 6:30, the last 45 minutes to an hour or so with the infrared camera, hoping that we can follow whatever it is that we've got. You know, the last time we was on a night drive with Patrick, we had Misha and Nduna next to Gari Dam with their usual antics. Let me just move a little bit here. View this beautiful, majestic giraffe. A journey of giraffe that's been hanging around quarantine probably from about midday or so, making use of the green foliage that's left. How's my head? Good.
Yep.
Hear the impala ram doing his rutting sound. Just letting everyone know that he's still in the mood and he's still very much full of testosterone. The rutting is not quite over. It should be very, very soon. Still got remnants of their testosterone flowing.
Kath, the picture is a little...
Sorry about that. Forgot to change my radio over to reserve. Guys should only be coming out in about a half an hour or so. Voyotela and the rest of the lodges. It'll be a great day to head out. It's a wonderful, wonderful temperature. Alrighty. Fantastic. So I heard this morning's drive was a fantastic one with cheetah, leopard. Really, really great drive. And cheetah and leopard very close to one another. That doesn't happen very often. We'll take a stroll in the bush with the jigger. We are still on the old jigger at the moment. Mr. Wilfox will be coming through shortly with the part needed to get the new jigger running. It's just a couple rubber seals that we need, and it'll be good to go. temperatures like this where it's nice and warm, it's been for a while, it's a good idea when going on safari to hang around the water points. We are starting to dry out a little bit. You can start seeing the greenery of the grass start fading to sort of brown a little bit, and certainly water points will be focused on, or starting to be focused on quite a bit more now. And this is myself and Catherine's last drive before we go and leave tomorrow for 2 weeks. All I'm going to be doing for 2 weeks is sleeping, eating, and sleeping. I don't know about you, Kath. Sounds good?
Yeah, maybe a little bit more than just eating and sleeping.
I'm
Visiting
absolutely
friends,
exhausted.
family.
It's been quite a tough 6 weeks, and working on vehicles, and it's been very constructive. We've got a lot done, getting the new jigger up and running, having to fix the old jigger a few times to run as well. My hands need a break. They've got ingrained grease in them at the moment. Feels like the old days when I had my own engineering business for a while. Need a break. Remember folks, we are coming to you live here from Djuma Game Reserve, and you can send us your questions at Final Control at safari.tv. If you would like to ask me any questions, or Kath any questions, or any questions relating to what we see out here on drive, or any wildlife related questions. Right now I'm going to head down onto Philemon's Cut Line, make my way down to Treehouse Dam, and then slowly make my way down to Twin Dams, and go around like that. We're greeted with a very large warthog boar. Let's see if he'll tolerate us getting any close to him. This looks like that very habituated one I saw on my drive the other day, and a decent sized boar at that. Looks like he's been having a bit of fun in the mud. Got a fine layer of grey clay or black clay mud. So obviously in this warm temperature being wallowing, just to keep himself a bit cool. And he doesn't want to stick around. He's obviously got his plans for quarantine. Won't stop him. He looks like he's making a beeline for quarantine. There were some other warthogs a bit further down when we came in. It's nice to take it easy in the bush. There should be some reptiles out and about, if there are any left still moving. A few lizards and a few last remaining snakes, especially now, this temperature, until at least for the next few more days or a few weeks before we really hit the cold. Because we have been experiencing quite chilly mornings, but certainly nothing and not half as much as what we will be experiencing in the next 2 months. Wow, a whole family of warthog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 warthog. Dad's running at the back there, making sure, and off they go. That's usually the sight of what warthogs is usually fleeing into the bush. Oh, there they are. No, don't run away. Ah, and there they go. I do apologise if you hear me sniffing. I've got a bit of a runny nose at the moment. We'll be heading past Philemon's Dip and going past the water pump, which is active at the moment, so we'll be getting the drrrr of the pump. We'll move past quickly. Ooh, brown-hooded kingfisher. Filling up all the water tanks, making sure all the guests have got water to shower and drink, all the rest of it. Small little bachelor group of impala up ahead here. These, of course, these male impalas, at this late stage in the season, will certainly probably not have a chance to take over a harem of females. And unfortunately, they may have been kicked out, and while they had females for pretty much the whole of last year, and now they will live the life of bachelorhood, and they'll pretty much spend the whole year until next year, April, in a bachelor group like that. Of course, to be on your own is pretty much a one-way ticket to being taken by a predator. So it pays for them to be sticking around with a group of other rams, and they'll pretty much feed, coexist quite peacefully, no rutting whatsoever. And then when April comes around next year, it all starts all over again. So whether they've just come up and they haven't had a chance to mate and have a harem just yet, they'll have to go through another season of living in a bachelorhood, living the life of a bachelor, which is not so bad, I guess, since you don't really have to worry about females and keeping females together. Also, the more females you have, more of a presence you have, and more chance. And also with females now becoming pregnant, they are slightly slower in the run, and you'll see that often pregnant females or heavily set females will often become a much bigger percentage of prey than that of rams or non-pregnant females. So certainly living the life of a bachelor is not that bad. Not that bad. See if you can pull up to them a bit. Looks like there's only about 3 of them. Instead of it being a Monday today, that it should be feeling like it, for me it feels very much like a Sunday. Yeah. What days does it feel like to you?
I don't really feel Saturdays or Sundays out here because every day is the same, really.
Yeah. I don't know, it just feels,
So,
everything
I don't
seems
really
to be,
ever feel like a day is a particular day.
yeah. I don't know, today I feel quite relaxed and just not lethargic, just very, very chilled. Animals seem to be just as chilled, except you, except that rutting impala. But everyone else just seems to be taking it easy. Certainly the hotter weather, everything is more lethargic. Nice. Right, we're heading southwest on Philemon's Cut Line. We're going to turn onto Treehouse Dam Road and head in an easterly direction, southeasterly direction. Go down towards Treehouse Dam, see if Mr. Hippopotamus is around or if there's anything else. I know there's been quite a bit of game around Gowrie Dan. Elephant came around earlier after drive, but the buffalo's been around. The usual. Okay. Joel is asking, what do we do on the off season? Joel, we don't have an off season here. Here at Safari TV, we work every day, twice a day. So us as a wildlife broadcasting company, we do not have an off season. I know as a lodge that has guests, you do have your high seasons or your peak season and your low seasons. And your low seasons are used generally for maintenance around the lodge, as your occupancies will drop. If you are a well-known lodge and your occupancies are 75% and above, that's pretty good for the high season. And you'll probably drop to about 45%, 50% in the low season. Some lodges more, some lodges less. But usually if you have a few days in the low season, you use that time to recuperate, renovate, R&R, renovate and recuperate. Sometimes have a party that with everyone together that you never had a chance to. But certainly here with us, we don't have any high, medium or low season. So we go through pretty much all the time. And that's why having the different crews on leave at one time. So Caroline will be back today. Herman and Mark was back last week. They got back on Tuesday, I think it was last week, or for their first drive on Tuesday.
Wednesday.
What is that?
They got back on Tuesday.
Back on Tuesday. Okay. So certainly we're always going, and there's always someone on leave, so we've always got fresh legs coming and going. So myself and Catherine have been here for 6 weeks, month and a half. So we go away for 2 weeks, we come back, and so on and so on. Thanks for the question, Joel. Keep them coming. Hopefully we get some wildlife view this afternoon, and you can ask us about the wildlife as well, hey? Hopefully. Right, we're on Treehouse Dam Road. We're right about to get to Treehouse Dam. Okay. Didn't copy that at all, Herman. Stand by for a few minutes. Let's go with the question again. Ooh, Mr. It was half out the water. He was catching a bit of a sneaky midday feast. Obviously being here, out here alone, nothing to worry about too much. Although the sun is out, it's not hot. It's not extremely hot like summer. So it's not uncommon to have hippo sleeping out on the banks in the day in winter, which it clearly looks like he has. His watermark is very low, so he's been wallowing. There's a terrapin on his back still, obviously doing the same. But looks like with the presence of us, he feels he needs to shy away and head back into the water. Mr. Terrapin seems to be quite happy. Hasn't jumped off and dived into the water. Remember that although hippos will spend their day in the water, they do secrete that pinkish substance which acts, move forward a bit, does act a bit of a sunscreen, so if you do find them sunning themselves, especially in the middle of winter, we're going to start seeing hippos more frequently out the water. Hoping it might give us a bit of a threat display. Usually what happens is you get to the dam, he's quite shy, as you leave he then opens his mouth. He's a bit of a coward, this one, where only once you've gone he goes, look at me, I'm so big and brave. He's a big sissy. Or he gives his bellow that nothing too much around Treehouse Dam at the moment. It's amazing from one day to the next, from having lions and buffaloes chasing each other to quiet, calm, peace and serene. Not too much move of anything else here. Not much else at all. So our best option is to try and cover as much area this afternoon. See if anything is out and about. Don't worry, Mr. Hippo, we'll leave you be and you can head out to the water again and carry on with your bit of a late afternoon feast. Yeah, still not copying you at all there, Herman, just a lot of static. Looks like we're very close, a couple days away from having a full moon. The moon is up at the moment. It's just straight above there, and it's about 3/4 at the moment. So at least a couple days until we get another full moon, and with that full moon, that should be the end of the Impala rut. Generally it happens between the two full moons in April and May, so that should be it. Triggers the response in the animals. See if we can get a nice picture of it there for you. Just move forward a bit to some open area. You can get it. How's that? That's
Yep.
good. A little bit better if you just turn it down a bit. There we go. 3/4 waxing moon. There we go. And usually when it comes to full moons, the nights are quite bright actually, that you are able to drive around without any headlights or spotlights, and you can still see quite a bit around you. That offers quite a bit of light. And I know Patrick said he's seen it. I'm sure some of the other guys have also seen cheetah hunting at night with a full moon. There's a lot of light around. Trees cast shadows with moonlight, and it's certainly one of my favorite times. And one thing I used to do with quite a few guests on full moon nights is take the blankets that are on the seats, find a nice big open plain, put the blankets out and just sit and lie down in the middle of the night with this beautiful full moon light shining. It is really spectacular. So we'll certainly see tonight when we go a little bit into our night drive with the night infrared camera. See how light it is. Bit of a branch in the road. I'm just going to hop out quickly and take the branch out the road. It's quite a thorny branch, so not a good idea just to leave it and just keep driving over it. Take 3 seconds and it's done. Alright. We're going to make our way across onto Weaver's Nest, cross over, and head on to... good afternoon, it's Jared Mobile from Safari TV. Just went past Treehouse Dam. Nothing at the moment. So we'll head across Weaver's Nest and go down to Twin Dams. Spend a bit of time looking around. The past, I'd say, 4 days have been absolutely amazing. Amazing. Wildlife sightings, game sightings. Really has. It seems as though all the animals came out for the ranger race, eh? Lions and leopard and buffalo and elephants. Don't know that we had too much rhino. I know Mark had rhino on the first day, those two. Not too much other rhino around at the moment. But the rest of them all certainly came out. And was great to see Karula again. Boys, white cloth cub. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, go with the question. So Herman, you broke up quite badly again. Sorry about that. Just copied who the question was from and nothing else. We'll have to wait till we're in a very good area. I'm not sure what's happening. Quite a bit of, or quite a lack thereof, as I should say, of bird life around. There are the odd bird flying around, but nothing too much. Hopefully, as soon as it starts getting a bit cool, and the birds, a lot of the bird species will go down for their last drink before they settle and perch for the night. But, a little bit too early for the birds to start moving around to water. Certainly that last hour or 45 minutes just before sunset. That's when, if you want to see your birds, you go sit hidden in the water, so just sit and watch, and it is truly awesome. Alrighty. Alright, so we're back. Obviously just going through some bad signal area there on Elephant Skull. This is here reoccurring, that area. We're approaching Twin Dams. Keeping an eye out for any movement. The water level is certainly dropping quite a bit now. And should be holding for the next month or two. And it'll probably be reduced to a mud wallow, of which buffalo, elephant, rhino will use until it will dry up completely. Always looking in that jackalberry. It's weird. Patrick also says the same thing. Every time we drive past these two jackalberries at Twin Dams, always looking up into the tree to look for. It looks like a perfect, some perfect leopard branches. Nothing happening here either. Not much happening. I hope my last drive is not a quiet one. Had 4 quiet drives, did my Ranger race, and it was amazing game. My first drive after my Ranger race, and it's suddenly quiet again. Have a look at these mud wallows behind Twin Dams here. Okay, let's give it another try.